Hello everyone, I'm Indra Bartona and welcome to my show. If you haven't joined me before, I talk about topics related to how to stay on path to a positive vibe lifestyle, interview guests, and also host guided meditations. Today, we are talking about the importance of morning routines with our guest, Izabella Niewiadonska, a speaker, award-winning author, and performance coach. For the last 30 years, Izabella has worked with thousands of people in the UK and across Europe. She helps individuals and organizations raise awareness about what they think and what they eat and what they do habitually each day and how that impacts their energy, performance, mental health, and quality of their entire life. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to my channel, and if you found this show interesting or helpful, please like and comment, as I love to read your comments. So let's get started. Okay, so welcome to Izabella, our wonderful guest. So excited to have you here.
Welcome and lovely to be here, Indra. Hello from the other side of the world.
That's right, from London.
Yes, from London, all the way to Hollywood.
I know. London, Hollywood, here we are together sitting here having a wonderful chat. Now, I am just so thankful for you to come back and to come onto our YouTube show. Now, you have graced the Positivity Vibe Tribe many, many times, and you are one of our favorite guests talking about so many different topics, and the last one, abundance mindset. So we will definitely have you back to talk about that another time. But today, I'm super excited to talk about this journey of, well, it incorporates a lot of things that you've done in your life. So let's jump into this straight away. Tell us about all the training that you've had and how you've been able to support people on their journey, and especially with their morning routines.
It's a brilliant question, but in a way, it's just when I think of the trainings, I would divide that into three different sections. I would divide that to first of all formal education, something that we go through, primary school, college, university, and etc. Also like a formal courses and trainings related to a job or a business that we are in. Then the second one is the self-education, which means investing in yourself. Reading, listening, going to courses, paying for courses, studying, reading biographies, just really immersing yourself with the additional information that they are essential for you to expand your growth, refine your skills. So all that I call it sort of like a self-education. And there's the third part to it. It's also the experience, life experience. Because whatever we do, whatever we learn through the formal and self-education, there's a time that we obviously practice the best when we apply it into life, how we handle the situations.
Yes.
And I've been really very privileged in all three areas, I have to say. Back in Poland, when I grew up, when I was born, I went all the way through the education. I went really to the best schools, and I've done 5 years at the university studying politics and journalism. That included extensive training in psychology, sociology, and so many other aspects of communication, the art of communication. And then something happened in my life. When I was 23, I ended up in the hospital, partly paralyzed with loss of speech. And I nearly died. And it was a very dramatic experience that kind of took me on a quest to find out what does really impact people's health and well-being. Because I thought I was healthy, I was just following the right plan, kind of ticking off the boxes, let's put it this way. And so I was really curious what happened to me that stress and some other factors in my life caused me to end up in such an unhealthy, traumatic position. That really expanded my self-education. I was already very keen and curious about life. I was reading the books about dowsing and power of the mind in my teenage years. I was already exposed to that environment. But obviously, having a health issue created a slightly different sense of urgency, a priority for me to start to train and learn in aspects of health and well-being. And then obviously some other life experiences happened, and it took me to London. So I ended up in London and decided to stay here. And I've been exposed to amazing scientists and trainees and my mentors. To name just a few, for about 10 years, I've been regularly attending trainings with a Nobel Prize winner in medicine, Dr. Louis Ignare, who got a Nobel Prize for discoveries in nitric oxide. So anything to do with the heart and etc. So I've been really privileged to, at one point I was sitting at the dinner table with him and I was completely speechless. I didn't know even what to say to him. It was just an incredible experience. I was trained by Professor Dr. David Heber, who is the founder and director of the Center for Human Nutrition at UCLA. And for many years, I've been at his lectures. I've regularly attended the sports nutrition seminars with professional athletes and scientists, both from the UK and the United States and some other countries. Spain is also very strong when it comes to sports nutrition science, many countries anyway. I've been mentored from the personal development point of view since 1992 by a famous kind of personal development guru, a gentleman called Jim Rohn. He passed about 10 years ago right now, but for 18 years I've been personally mentored by him, attending his programs on setting goals, mindset, designing, creating your life, and etc. I've done so many things that it's just kind of really difficult to put them together just in a few sentences.
Yeah, I know. I asked a very broad question, but the reason why I think it's really important that everybody understands your journey is because you really make a huge contribution. Because just your whole premise of helping people with their health, their just nutritional, what are they putting in their bodies, and their whole just consumption. This is just so powerful and intriguing, and it really comes out in everything that you do, Izabella. And anyone that also, anybody that's connected on Twitter, just follow Izabella, because she has such an amazing page, and it's inspiring, and all the things that bring you joy you just share there. I'm going to have your contact info below in the comments below this video, so everybody will be able to connect with you, follow you, and also just get inspired. Like I've been very inspired by you, so thank you for sharing all of that. And it was very, very powerful to hear about the detail that you go to, and you still even now have a mentor to keep you on track, which I have to say is just amazing. I'm the same. I have a mentor, and there's a certain quality that they give you because it's so encouraging. So there's no way that we can stop, right?
It's just never-ending, constant and never-ending evolution, growth. We don't stop. We are not a finished product. We keep learning until the last breath. So obviously, I'm personally fascinated by human nature, human mind, human psychology, why people do the things they do. I'm just really absolutely curious about it. I'm really like a kid. I wake up in the morning and I feel enthusiastic about life, not because I have to do, or it's my job, or it's my business. I'm just truly enthusiastic and excited about that. So any transformation that I observe and see in people I deal with, my clients or people I speak for, and etc. organizations, it just gives me such a thrill. I just feel fulfilled basically on a regular basis. And for me, that's the nature of happiness, to love what you do and fall in love with your life, fall in love with any aspect of life, because everything, it just builds you, creates you.
I love that. And okay, so I want to backtrack to in the morning. You mentioned about waking up in the morning. How important is it for everybody to consider a morning routine, Izabella. I mean, we've talked about this before on Twitter, and I really want you to share this with everybody here in the YouTube land, because it is incredible what you have shared before.
Every day, it's a new day. It's a new beginning. You can start completely afresh. Not from the scratch, because obviously you just take on board some experiences from the past, the positive lessons and everything. But you can just start a new chapter, which means that you need to first of all take care of your physiology and psychology. You need to be ready. You need to set yourself for the journey. You are the captain of your life. You are the director of your movie. So obviously this is very important, that you are in control, that you don't start the day being reactive and responding to other people, but you lead the way. You are the leader of your life, leader of your morning, leader of your day, which means you do certain things in a proactive way. So that will enable you to be resilient and the best you can be in the circumstances and life that is surrounding you. Because, let's face it, we live in a very interesting times. I mean, so many things happened in the last couple of years. Transformation, the way we work, the way we perceive our health, well-being, the mental health issues, the communication, the way we work. I mean, most of the businesses right now, companies, they have the kind of partly people work from home, partly from the office, which before it was completely unheard of unless you run your own business working from home. So, I mean, a lot of things happen, and at the same time, we are bombarded by a lot of information and news, and it's so easy to be drawn into that. And it takes your mind away, your emotions away from you being centered, from you being calm, at peace with yourself, with life around you, and living on purpose. So if you start your morning in being reactive, it takes you away from your path, from your purpose, from your mission in life. And if you are proactive, you create certain rituals. They set the sail for the day, set you for the day in a proper way. Then you become almost like invincible.
I love that.
So you can just really tackle anything and be intentional about your day. So there are certain things I do. Probably a lot of successful people do same things, similar things, maybe in different order, because we've all, I suppose, learned what really matters, what's important in the morning. I can go through certain things from my list. Would you like me to do that?
Yes, please. I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear your list, and also I know that everybody else would love to hear, what is she doing? Because every time, and you're just consistent. Every time we've interviewed you on in Twitter Spaces, you've always had so much vibrant energy, and now seeing you sitting here, it's like it's jumping through the screen. So yes, everybody will be like, what is Izabella doing? We need to be doing that. Please share.
Well, if I can give one tip, kind of overall, all the tips, and it's not about the morning routine, it's really fall in love with life. Fall in love with life. You've got only one life, or maybe you can come back in some other forums in other lives, but at the moment you've got one life where you are, and live it to the fullest. Life is meant to be enjoyed, not to suffer, not to struggle, and anything that it comes into your life in the form of struggle, obviously it's part of the journey, part of the lesson. So certain things that I do to proactively be proactive with my self-care, with my nourishment for my body, nourishment for my mind and my soul as well. So it's just really taking care of my physiology, psychology, and my emotional intelligence, my emotional well-being. So when I wake up, first of all, one of the things I've learned back even in my scouting years is just to make my bed. It's just amazing, how good you start to feel when you make your bed and you know that you didn't cut corners, but you've done it with excellence, that you've done it well. It's a sense of satisfaction. It's not just a cover up, but do it well. It's crazy where you feel successful from the start of the day. You've done something well. So you can pat yourself on your shoulder. Hey, Well done. The next thing that I cannot start my day without is just to go to the bathroom and brush my teeth. I just can't start my day without that. That's the first thing. Just really to cleanse, clear, just I don't know. I just have to do it. Now, the one thing I've learned a couple of years ago, I think, I've listened to a brain expert, and I picked up the idea to start to brush my teeth with another hand. Amazing. I really recommend everyone to start. Initially, it feels very weird, but what you do, you actually create new neural pathways in your brain, and it just helps with brain expansion. And brain is really important. That's your, your but the brain is the sort of like a decision center. So it's very important to take care of your brain. Then I go to my kitchen and I take care of my hydration. I really would like to make sure that my physiology is up and running, that I can replenish all the fluids that I lost throughout the night. And so obviously I understand that most of the chemical reactions that take place in our cells, they need water. Water is just full stop. It's just very important. So I have two Macs. I mean, I'm talking Macs. This is my Mac, okay? Big Mac with from Barcelona. My favorite Mac from Barcelona.
Nice.
So I have a couple of Macs like that with warm water with lemon. During winter, I add some more ginger into it and some other things. But this is really the start of my day. Then I usually go to my garden to do some breathing exercises and connect with nature. I love nature, absolutely adore my garden, every single plant, every single flower. I can just smile to it, make love to it. You call it. I talk to my plants. Flirtation all the way through.
Love it. I love that.
And so it just really starts me in a very kind of uplifting, positive attitude. And it just shows me the abundance and the beauty of life that surrounds me, the beauty of the universe. I mean, you look up at the sky and either it's cloudy or sunny or whatever it is, I just feel like, God, there's so the vast space above me and around me. I just feel straight away the energy coming into my body, the energy of the universe. Then I go back and I do a little bit of meditation. So I like meditating. It incorporates breathing. I mean, everybody has got different meditation techniques. I use the sound meditation. Sometimes I use the countdown, the silver method. I mean, just sometimes I just change it. So it's not like one routine, rigid, but I'm just flexible. If that morning I feel, I'll do this type of meditation, I'll just play around with different types. And it's good to have, it just adds a bit of spiciness into life. If you do all the time the same thing, it can become boring. But if you can differentiate a little bit in those little rituals that you've got, it just kind of keeps you on your toes and just keeps you excited about life. Then what I do, I focus on being intentional. So I usually write down certain things that I'm grateful for. So like my blessings, my list of gratitude. I write in my gratitude journal and ideas journal things that what would make today a great day. So I kind of write usually about 3 intentions. It's just really amazing how that brings that into your day. I've got tons of examples that feel almost spooky because I'm doing something without an attachment to that, and then suddenly, without me thinking about it throughout the day, things happen. And I think, God, I've written down about it this morning, and it's just like amazing. So being intentional and having the kind of certain intentions, it's very important.
Yes, I love positive intention setting, I call it.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's so important to do it at the beginning of your day.
Yes.
It's not something, well, I mean, look, you could do it before you go to bed, but I almost think that, like, you gave a great example of you can actually create during your day if you have it in the beginning of your day. So that's powerful.
Something very important, Indra, because in the evening, actually, my morning starts in the evening. I make sure that I go to bed with the feeling of gratitude and appreciation for things that happened to me that day. I usually pick one that I'm particularly thankful and grateful for, and I kind of bask in the deliciousness of that feeling that something nice happened. And then I just also set some intentions. I mean, the number one intention is that I'm looking forward to have a good night's sleep. That's my first intention for the night. Because, a lot of the times people don't get good quality of sleep. And sleep is very important for replenishment and recharging your batteries and, for longevity and so many other things.
Yes.
So I'm making intentions, and I would like. I also make intention that I would like to wake up in the morning feeling rested, feeling good. So that's already an intention that it's kind of planting a seed to feel good in the morning, because that's how I like to feel every morning, regardless of what happens. So that I do several things, but one thing I always do as well. I have my herbal tea that kind of kickstart my day in a certain way. I take care of my gut health. So I take a combination of prebiotics and probiotics. So it's a combination of probiotic fiber and prebiotics with about 2 billion live bacteria getting into my body. I mean, they right now consider gut health as your second brain, or even number one brain.
Yes.
So many neurons there. So taking care of my gut health, my digestive health, it's very vital, very important for me. And straight away you feel lighter, more energy. And then I make sure that I have a really great breakfast. I call it a power breakfast, or breakfast for the brain, or super woman, super charging breakfast, whatever you like to call it. So I have a blend. I blend it almost like it's not a smoothie, because smoothie will be only fruit or vegetables, but I mix it also with the very high quality plant protein with 23 vitamins and minerals. It's a complete protein with all the 9 essential amino acids. So it's really feeding the body, but also I add all the greens, wheatgrass powder, I add cucumber, spinach, cinnamon, you name it, green celery, a lot of different things. I also add blueberries. I add, if there is a season for fresh watermelons, I'll add a little bit of watermelon. Amazing for heart health and brain health.
Wonderful.
Walnuts into it. So it's like a really very thick texture. Sometimes obviously I add more liquid, so just looser, but it can be kind of thick, but it's just amazing nourishment, and I straight away feel all this goodness entering my body and benefiting me, and I just feel, God, now I just fueled my body with the best ingredients, so I feel powered up instantly. And obviously, when you start your day with meditation, with clearing your mind, with positive thoughts, with positive affirmations. I also do some affirmations. And my top mantra is that I'm always at the right place at the right time, and everything is always benefiting me. So it's almost impossible to feel bad when you start your day this way.
Yes, that's right. You're making a statement to yourself, and basically that you are setting the standards very high, that you are nourishing yourself. You've had some meditation. You've written some intentions. I mean, wow, that's an amazing set of things to be routine and to just set yourself up for an incredible day.
Okay.
So I want to, I just want to wrap this up here, and just thank you so much, Izabella. I would love to come back and talk to you about a part 2 of morning routines, because you've given us, so much already, and I'm almost like, wow, this is incredible. Well, look, thank you so much, Izabella, for all that you shared today. Truly incredible. And of course, everybody, you're going to have all of Izabella's contact information below this video. You're going to be able to find her. All of her contact, her social media will be below. So they'll be able to track you down, connect with you, learn more, appreciate all that you're sharing. We've truly had a wonderful discussion here, and I always learn so much every time you share. Thank you for bringing your beautiful energy and for making this time. And everybody, I'm sending you love, light, and blessings until next time.
And me too. Lots of blessings.